Yellow is not my colour. Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be another full week of eating video. Before we get going, I have to do the disclaimers, so bear with me here. Not that you thought I was, but obviously I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist. I just sort of eat what I fancy, eat what makes me feel good. And just bear in mind, this is never going to be 100% accurate because obviously you're not going to know how much exactly I've eaten. You're not going to know every time I've picked something out of the fridge when I'm not filming. You know what I'm saying. So take this video for inspiration and not comparison. And as for the recipes, they're all going to be on my Instagram, so you know what to do by now. You got to go and follow me over there. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So please enjoy the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and peace. You've definitely seen me make tofu scramble before. Nothing's changed about how I do it. Bit of mustard, milk and spices. I'm going to make a sweet potato flatbread by peeling the sweet potato, eating the skin, and then just mashing the flesh with some salt and flour. So breakfast is a sweet potato wrap with tofu scramble, greens and avocado. Sexy baby. I'm not that hungry, but I could definitely eat. And I've got some leftover chickpeas in the fridge, so I could just make some falafels really quickly. Garlic. Absolute magic. You don't have to use tahini, but I like to use it to bind the falafels together. It also gives a nice bit of moisture. Or you could use an egg, a bit of oil, whatever you like, my dudes. You know, I won't lie to you, my friends, that is the perfect texture. This is a mix of squash, broccoli and cauliflower. All the fibre. I just love salt. So it's falafels, riced veggies, yogurt and some greens. This kind of meal never does me wrong. I'm gonna make a mushroom and lentil stew situation because, you know, it's getting warmer and there aren't gonna be many more chances to have a nice warming meal like this. I'm just gonna roughly chop them. They're small anyway. Miso paste just gives a nice, rich, salty flavour. Basically adding stock and milk, lots of spices, and I'm going to reduce it to a simmer. So time has passed, it's now dark outside, and this is thickened up really nicely. I'm going to finish it off by adding a little bit of yogurt, some fresh dill, and then maybe a bit of sea moss. You can't taste it, but just for the added benefits. So I've just added a little bit of toasted sourdough, and there you have it, a mushroom and lentil stew. It's pretty late now, but I'm gonna go and enjoy this. Barry, you won't like this. I only had oats about 3 times over the whole course of the winter, and now when it's finally getting warmer outside, I'm suddenly craving them, question mark. Anyway, I'm gonna have some oats. I normally add cinnamon, a bit of collagen to make it more filling, and just add a little bit of protein. It also makes it so much creamier. And then I add this nut and seed mix. I'll show you. It's kind of been doing it for me. It just adds the best crunch. Some runny almond butter. I also added some more of that seed mix, and then fresh berries and some bee pollen. I've just eaten, quite frankly, an ungodly amount of cake batter. Just come out the oven and I'm having a taste test before I ice it. It's a cherry and almond bake, so you know it's gonna be good. So I ended up having 2 slices of this cake, you know, just for taste test reasons only. Honestly, the things I do for you. The recipe is on my Instagram. I'm gonna make a quick broth by using this vegetable umami and some tamari. So I'm gonna add some ramen noodles and tofu. And of course I've topped it off with some chili flakes and sesame seeds. But that has taken me all of 10 minutes to do, and it's absolutely delish. I'm gonna make like a comfort meal. I'm thinking sausage and mash using veggie sausages, coating in a nice gravy. Yeah, something really easy. The sausages are meant to be green, by the way. I realise they look a bit weird, but that's just because they're veggie sausages. So this is my Friday night dinner. Honestly, I'm drooling. I kind of popped off with that gravy. So sweet potato, spices and an egg forms a pancake, if you didn't know. I bought a huge bag of sweet potatoes at the start of the week, so I really need to get through them. Sweet potato pancakes and a poached egg. No, a boiled egg. So easy. I'll never get bored. I'll never get bored. Okay, you all know how to make the yogurt dough bagels by now, surely. Oat flour, baking powder, a bit of salt and yogurt until you can form a dough. The thicker the yogurt, the better. Ooh, honestly I think this is my best yet. It's probably because I used a cup of oat flour instead of half a cup, so she is chunky. I need a bigger plate. I'm adding some dry roasted edamame because that's what I do. I live for the crunch. Oat flour bagel, avocado, crispy edamame and tomato. C'est magnifique. Hello. I think I'm just gonna have a tin of soup for dinner. I feel lazy. Good old Amy's split pea soup. I'm gonna add a bit of turmeric to it just to give it a little bit more flavour because I do find it a bit bland. So I've just added a little bit of tahini, some broccoli, peas, and then I'm having it with this seedy bread. Surprisingly, I actually haven't had mushrooms on toast in the longest time. I mean, a long time for me is probably a week and a half. That's long enough. Always need to add a bit of lemon juice. I mean, I had to have it at least once this week. Avocado toast with balsamic mushrooms. I haven't made a red lentil pizza crust in a minute, so soaked red lentils, water and a bit of seasoning. I'm also making a little pesto, just because I'm obsessed with basil. Literally anything basil and I'll eat it. I'm gonna use green peas, a bit of olive oil, lemon juice, garlic. If you haven't tried making your pesto with peas, honestly it goes so creamy, you'll love it. I mean, it's quite vibrant, isn't it? This is just any veg that I haven't managed to get through during the week. Really not traditional. So I put it back in the oven for about 10 minutes and now everything's cooked and ready to eat. Oh my god. And I am gonna add some mussels because I am obsessed with them. I realise they don't look very attractive, but hey, I like the taste. I mean, I don't think you can get any more toppings on than that. Red lentil pizza with veggies, green pea pesto and some mussels. I'm making a nutty miso chickpea salad sort of vibe. This is heavily inspired by a recipe from my pal Nassim. He's got an Instagram, banging TikTok. I'll link the recipe below. But it's very Asian inspired and the flavours are just so unbelievable. Rice wine vinegar is currently my ride or die. It makes every meal delish. I can't tell you how good this tastes. So I've stuffed it in some lettuce cups because it's just such a satisfying way to eat food. And I'm just having a little kale and potato salad on the side, just because I know this isn't going to fill me up. But honestly, mushy food is the best food. And that is the final word on that. I'm just melting down some blueberries with a little bit of syrup. I'm gonna stuff that in a sweet potato with some yogurt, and that will be like the best 5-minute breakfast you'll ever have. I'm gonna use some sunflower seed butter today. 100% underrated, 100% delish. If you haven't tried a sweet potato stuffed with sweet toppings, you're missing out. We've come out to Yo Sushi for lunch and I've just got some white rice, tuna, sashimi. I'm sharing these rolls with my mum. Oh, and I got some edamame.
Nice.
I want to make a little black bean chili thing just to go with some nachos. Homemade nachos, of course. This is just oat flour, salt, garlic powder, and water. I'm just going to roll it out really thin and then cut it into tortilla shapes. Brush with a little bit of oil. Okay, on the fly, I just made this like runny nacho cheese situation because I just thought the meal called for it. Not too bad. It doesn't taste overwhelmingly like cheese, but I kind of like that about it. It's good. Baked to perfection, what the heck? Mmm. Let's call this a loaded chili with homemade tortillas and cheese sauce.